Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Yeah, the British do not have much of a navy left. Russia is building up though, and their tension is increasing. So we're gonna have a war against Russia eventually, but for now it's just Britain and China. They are continuously building ships though, so there is combat on most turns. And submarine. I think this is the same submarine that's been attacking my fleets for many turns in a row now. It's somehow still afloat. It doesn't do anything, but it doesn't sink either. Let's sink the transports. Well, 2 of them at least. And 2 of those. Morocco has been captured by Spain. Alright. Museum ship, not for sale. Let's see how this is going. 100% still. 2%, 4%, 0%. Not really going anywhere. This is also going backwards. 14, 23. Yeah, so the Germans are taking Eastern Poland, not taking Austria. How is this going? 77% and 0%. And 61% chance to succeed on this. Let's just add these ships to the zone. Baltimore is being repaired. But I can add the DDs. At least. And you too. It's not much, but it's something. Let's see, convoy mission. 4505. Against that's the original Disengaging. 35.8 knots. That was their original speed. The refit version is much faster. Let's see, enemy not in sight. Let's find them. I think this enemy DD might be a runner. Yeah, it seems to be running. If it does run, I don't think I'm gonna bother chasing after it. Let's just get in range of the transports and kill them. And the transports are in range. And they're in the process of dying. So let's just watch the fireworks. Not that much more to do, really. Two of them left. One of them left. And that was it. And I'm not chasing after it. It can run. If it doesn't want to fight, it can run. And I guess that was it for this month. 3 months left on that, but next month we're gonna see whether or not this was successful. So let's find out. -6 relations with Russia. That means we're getting very close to a war. And the Chinese submarines again. Sunk one of them. Let's sink some transports too. Okay, didn't sink any of them. How about these ones? Sunk one. Skirmisher. Original configuration with no armor. Let's go. Alright, already in view. That's fine. As usual, the DDs will just get sent home. They don't really need to be here. Torpedoes are off, just in case they try something silly while steaming away. Let's see, Maryland, San Francisco, Boston. Yeah, they're all firing HE. That is okay in this case, because none of those ships have armor. Is already dead. Okay, we got 2 on each. That's perfect. Exactly what I want to see. Kind of inside of their torpedo range now. I'm just hoping that's going to be okay. Yep, extensive fire, because you forgot to bring your armor. And this one is gonna flood, I think. And it flooded. So that was it. British Navy keeps getting reduced. These cost 740 million. That's a lot more than my San Diego class heavy cruisers. I dare say they are not worth the cost. Alright, let's see what's more on the table. Pakistan wants to buy 2 Indianapolis class light cruisers. Okay. Failed to get Northeast England. So we're gonna try again. Naval invasion. Probably because this ship, even if it's just a single torpedo boat, got built just as okay, they're assembling a fleet here. But we're taking Eastern England, and that is good. Let's see, 63%, kind of stalled. 19%, this is also stalling. Zero, zero, 3, 5, 0. Convoys, alright. Bijou class battlecruiser, that's a new one. It's got 15 14.2 inch guns. It's very slow for a battlecruiser though. And a Disengaging class DD. Okay, Worcester, Worcester, Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland. 2 DDs. Alright, let's give it a shot. My battlecruiser could be very scary. Because I'm pretty sure those 14-inch guns are at least Mark 4. Possibly Mark 5. Alright, so I think the plan is gonna be for my DDs to land some torpedo hits on that battlecruiser. And for that to work, do I want to detach them and keep them in 2 divisions? The DD-46 is much faster. It should have an easier time of not getting hit. So I think I'm just gonna do that. Just follow for now. It will still try to keep pace, but it won't slow down the faster ship. That's a Cleveland. That's a Cleveland. Let's see. Let's join these to that one. It gives me 3 Clevelands. And 2 of the Worcesters. Why split them up? Well, because again the Clevelands are just a tiny bit faster than the Worcesters. I'm gonna send the Worcesters out to kill the transports. I'm gonna do some maneuvers with my Clevelands so that the DDs can pass them. Like so. Okay, DDs. Your turn to shine. Battlecruiser. Battlecruiser. Aggro. And aggro. That is the battlecruiser, right? Yeah. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it certainly is a ship. That's a lot of 7-inch secondaries. Alright. That's potentially a very scary ship, depending on what kind of armor it has. It's also very, very slow, so potentially it has a lot of armor. Torpedoes in the water from 4604. The enemy DD is dead. Let's see if any of these torpedoes are gonna strike at the enemy battlecruiser. It's not looking too bad. think we're gonna get... no. Maybe maybe the second wave. Yeah, we're gonna get one torpedo hit. One torpedo hit. It's not nothing. Let's see what the Worcesters are up to. The Worcesters are up to genocide of the transports. That's what they are up to. Now, the Clevelands are actually firing AP at the battlecruiser and causing flooding, so that kind of tells me it does not have the best armor. There we go. Identified. Let's see. Mini bulkheads. Very slow. Yeah, no. It does not have armor. It has 4 inches of main belt because that's the minimum armor you can put on it. And it's got the absolute minimum everywhere else, which is 0. Well, apart from the turrets. The turrets are actually decently armored. Well, at least the 14-inch barbettes are well armored at 16.8, but that's about it. And it's only plus 90% quality. Gear turbines, oil 1. Japanese cemented armor. Coincidence 5, Gen 2 radar. Let's see, these guns. Yeah, Mark 4. It's got a lot of very scary firepower. Semi-ballistic AP even. Well, it could be very scary firepower. But the pen is just not there to threaten any of my capital ships. If these had cap ballistic too, like a couple of battlecruisers like this in a Chinese task force, just in the background, pouring out shots at long range, could be very scary. But alone like this, getting easily penetrated by even light cruisers. Flash fire, okay. Oh, too bad I didn't catch the flash fire in time. Yeah. That is the screenshot. No armor. I mean, it's still a battlecruiser, so it is comparatively quite tanky compared to light cruisers, but yeah. And all of its 14-inch ammo blew up. And it sank. Alright. Yeah, nice try, China. You made an attempt at designing a battlecruiser. Alright, yeah, light damage to Atlanta. That's not too bad, I think. And these were not the ships engaged in that battle. The one in Rangoon. The ones in Rangoon. Maybe I should try and take something like Port Blair. The Andaman Islands, I mean. Or Ceylon. Just to have a port further out to harass more shipping. Maybe Victoria. Well, I can't launch another naval invasion now because I just relaunched the one against Northeast England. So I guess that circus is gonna last another half a year. Apparently I am winning. But we're gonna keep fighting to the end. Did that one fail too? How? Wasn't it a 100% chance to succeed? Here we go. A battle. Somehow they got a bunch of ships ready. And somehow they managed to engage my smallest task force within the invasion circle. Two of the Bacanti class heavy cruisers. Skirmisher. Original configuration, not refits. A bunch of DDs. And a bunch of torpedo boats. Let's go. Alright, so this time the DDs not getting sent home at the beginning. I actually have some use of them. Let's see. Actually going this way. What are my DDs doing? What the DDs doing? They were in a perfectly good column at the start, but then they went and did things. Things that DDs shouldn't do. Let's see, the swarm is in torpedo range. So let's pick out some targets. That's one of the heavy cruisers. That's another one of the heavy cruisers. Of course, not necessarily gonna hit the particular ships I am aiming for, but just getting torpedoes into that big blob. Probably gonna hit something. And the torpedoes are in the water. Oh, let's see. Let's select some targets for the cruisers as well. Got a bunch of ships coming in here. Yeah, you can stick with that one. And you can stick with actually this one. Light cruiser. Just looking at what kind of guns they have. Light. These must be the heavies. Yeah, 8-inch guns. any of my torpedoes hit anything yet? No, they all missed the blob, but they are heading for the heavy cruisers. Maybe we're gonna get... No. Not a single torpedo hit. Alright. I guess that's just not to be. I still want to keep my DDs around so that when I've sunk the cruisers... Well, first of all, I want to keep them around until they reload their torpedoes, so they could be useful again. And then, when the enemy cruisers have been sunk, or at least their numbers reduced, I can bring the DDs in to kill the enemy DDs. Let's see, yeah, the skirmisher class. Light cruisers are, of course, very fragile. Was that one of the heavy cruisers we just sank? No. That's a light cruiser. Yeah, the heavies have 4 triple turrets of 8-inch guns. The light cruisers have 3 doubles of 6 point something. 6.5. Let's see. What kind of torpedo range do the enemy torpedo boats have? 14.3. Very fast torpedoes, 77 knots. They're not invisible torps. They're just fast enough to be very hard to dodge. Okay, well, let's select some targets again. But it's a good thing. They are at least not long-range torpedoes. Let's see. So that they will have to get to within almost secondary range. Yeah, basically secondary range. To actually threaten my cruisers. What about the DDs? 17 kilometer. Yeah, these are very stealthy torpedoes. That's electrics. So they are slow. But with that kind of visibility, it'll be even harder to dodge. My torpedoes are almost reloaded. We're gonna hit something. Cape Town. I'm forcing AP mostly because I need the HE I have left for the DDs. Let's see here. Torpedoes are ready. All of them? All of them. Alright. You're gonna target Dasher, Tigress, Retriever, Cape Town. Torpedoes, aggressive launch. Oof, that was very, very close to the trailing DD. But that's all my torpedoes now in the water. Let's bring my heavy cruisers a little bit closer. Oh, you just kill that one. The other one isn't even in range. Just when I thought the AI was starting to get really aggressive, they're just not rushing me down with all their torpedoes. Just to get a little bit more flooding on that boat. Can you just sink? There we go. Now, Dallas, Maryland, Boston, San Francisco. Targets have been assigned. Let's start killing. And the killing has commenced. Just making sure I don't waste what little HE ammo I have left. There we go. The HE is gone. But so are the enemy DDs. Yeah, capitalistic HE is fantastic against very lightly armored ships like that. Because you do penetrate for pretty big damage. You may see bigger damage numbers with something like high capacity. But you typically, unless you get one of those hits where you just kill them in one shot with extensive fire, you typically don't sink them because they don't take any flooding, because you don't pen. Now, let's select targets again. Dallas, Maryland, Boston, San Francisco. Let's bring in the DDs. Cruisers can just do their thing, maybe slow down to cruising speed. We're first gonna kill the DD. Then the light cruiser. And seeing as it has no armor, I think my 5-inch guns are gonna do just fine. Of course, there is the issue of the enemy heavy cruisers now targeting my DDs. Oh, that's a challenge. There we go. Actually, heavy cruisers target the enemy light cruiser. Are you even in range? You might not be. You're pretty much not. Not in range? Well, you are in range. Are you? No, you're not in range. That's the range. My DD is gonna kill the enemy DD. I think so. The enemy DD has been killed. Get closer with your remaining ammo. Whoa! I should have paused that. Pulled the 3701 out of detachments and avoided. Still not quite in range. Again, a case of me wishing my the guns on my DDs had just a little bit more range. We're breaking off the pursuit. There's too much incoming fire. Can I sink one of these? Maybe. They can't decide which ship is gonna follow which ship. So they're just sailing in circles. Yeah, no ammo left. At least on the leading ships. Boston and San Francisco actually have quite a bit of ammo left. Alright. So they're still in play. Why they have so much ammo, so much more ammo than the other ones, I do not know. Let's quickly sink the Cape Town. You launched torpedoes? I saw that. Now sink. You sank. Royal Arthur. Please have my remaining AP shells as a parting gift. Boston is dry. San Francisco has a couple salvos left in her. And that's it. So, no ships lost. And no real major damage. Oh, apart from the 3701. Yeah, I think it's time to disengage. We sank most of the British force. 2 heavy cruisers got away. If I'm lucky, these can run into some battleships or something. Or they're just gonna stay in port, spending months to be repaired. Here we go. End battle. Alright, 20 ships sunk. And 2 ships very damaged. For the cost of some damage on 2 of my DDs. But the rest is just paint scratches. And, well, ammo depleted. Oh, okay. Order 1 New York class battleship. Yeah, you can do that. Just not selling the original USS New York because that's a museum ship. But if you want to buy a copy of a museum ship, that's fine by me. It's not even the refit version of the museum ship. They're getting the old 1920s vintage New York. Okay, so this naval invasion zone is not where it was last time. Alright. This can go back to Belfast. Let's see, what do they have left here? One torpedo boat, one DD. Where are the two cruisers being repaired? Probably like hidden behind something. Unless they didn't come from that port at all. You never know with Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts where it's pulling ships in from. Sometimes it almost seems a bit random. Yeah, we're gonna go one more turn and just see what happens. In October 1948. Alright, we got some tension and some pacifists. 10 billion minus 10 unrest. Positive relations with everyone except the ones I'm at war with and Russia. Or negative relations with everyone. Minus 2 naval prestige. I mean, I've got so much money. I'm guessing since this gives me plus relations with France and France is negative with Russia, that's gonna make me more negative with Russia, I think. Japan and China. Alright. Ooh, light damage to torpedo boat. Not really a big loss. Two transports sank. Australia class heavy cruiser. That's a new one. These are, I think, the two heavily damaged ones from last month. And as I said, they did run into a couple of battlecruisers, so they're not gonna last long. And we got the new Australia class heavy cruiser. Let's see what they are made of. All right. Let's sink some cruisers. But first, let's not have any accidents. Safety first. Torpedoes off and go home. Helena and Fall River. Guess you can just follow Guam. Tucson. Not sure what to do with you. Guess you can scout. Yeah, these are the two heavily damaged ones. Alaska. Guam. Let's kill the ones we can sink easily first. Let's take a look at this this new one. This has to be the new one. Yeah, it's got 6 8-inch guns. The older ones have well, 12 8-inch guns. So they've gone down in firepower. Reduce it by 50% actually. You've got torpedoes here, here. Some secondary weapons. A single, that's a triple 5.2-inch gun. And some smattering of tiny guns. Yeah, I'm not too impressed. Forgot to check how expensive it is. It better be cheaper than the older Bacanti class, seeing as it's got 50% of the firepower. Firing at 30 kilometers. So far, no hits. Let's reduce to cruising speed. Oh, I scored one hit, but it was on the one in the middle. They're both firing AP, that's good. And we're taking some return fire. No, that's the Tucson taking fire. I think these two are gonna sink now. And that's one down. And there goes the second one. Just one ship left. Let's just make sure it doesn't run away from us. Tucson, get back here. You're gonna hunt. Oh, I guess not. We didn't get to find out what they were made of. Only 60% identified. Australia class, yeah, they're a little bit cheaper than the Bacanti class. A little bit slower. And it did not seem as if they had a lot of armor. It says 0 to 9 inch. But that could mean pretty much anything. And I think that was the end of the episode. France is provoking me, why? I did gain way high way. I thought that failed for some reason. Anyway. Yeah, Kiacho Bay next then. I'm just gonna do that now so I don't forget to do it next time. And next time we're gonna do this convoy mission. Wow, that's quite the cruiser force. Puck class battleship. That's a new one. It's very slow, 21.1 knots. That's criminally slow in 1948. Their battlecruiser was also very slow for this time period. But it seems like it has a lot of armor and a lot of firepower. 12 15.1 inch guns. That's actually decent firepower. Let's hope we can torpedo it. Next time, goodbye and take care.